professional, tie straight as a rail. Read the stats, cause the laps never tips the scale. But Bubba's got the draw that twang like a banjo string. He's the heart of the crew, makes the red dirt sing. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the ride. Hey! Call and stay steady like a car hugging the line. He's cool under pressure, every word refined. Jared Beer's got a laugh and a drink in his hand. He's a wild card joker, the voice of the fans. Four men, one channel, a race day parade, turning asphalt and cold cans into memories made. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the ride. It's more than just NASCAR. It's a way to unwind. Cheering loud, feeling proud, leaving worries behind. From the first green flag to the last checkered wave, it's a soundtrack of a good time, the anthem of our day.
Welcome, everybody, to B.A.C. Casting and Drafting. This week, we are live to you from Darlington, South Carolina for the Round of 8 Inside Draft Racing League. We are your weekly home for league racing, cold beer, and hotter takes. My name's Bubba. We also got Andy and Jared in the booth tonight. And if you're sober, you're watching the wrong daggum stream. We're broadcasting live with B.A.C. levels of probably illegal. And we're ready to side draft past politics, pace cars, and your aunt's Facebook rants. Let's drop this thing green and chug this thing to the checkered, baby. Andy,
Yes,
Jared,
sir.
let's
Man, I think you
go.
just get better and better at that every week. I tell you what, we better never change that for you or we're screwed.
Yeah, it's 10 out of 10 stuff. I love to hear it every week. It gets me so excited for the race. Oh man, it's gonna be a fun one tonight. We're at Darlington. The Lady in Black, the track Too Tough to Tame, home of the Cookout Southern 500, a crown jewel for NASCAR Cup Series drivers. Everybody's got this one circled on the schedule. In real life and of course in sim racing, because tonight this is the driver's first chance to lock themselves into the championship four amongst those that are in the round of 8. So this is going to be pretty spectacular. I'm excited, boys. This is going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Gloves off.
gloves are off. Bryce Keegan had a really good practice, but a not good qualifying. Michael Prince will be having to start a lap down this race, but he qualified P1 just to prove that he can still do it and get that extra playoff point. Should be a good one. There's a lot of really good drivers out here today, and man, I'm freaking stoked.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. I think the big thing tonight is tires and just overall management of your race when you're at Darlington. It's a really difficult racetrack, so we will see which kind of guys can run well here. We haven't seen an intermediate like this all season long, so I am definitely really excited to see what different guys can do here tonight. So Side Draft Racing League should be about done with qualifying and get ready to start on the grid. So I think it's about that time, boys.
Oh yeah.
I think it's about that time.
Cue it
Yeah.
up, brother.
Oh, buddy. We'll get ready. The cars are starting to grid up. You know what that means. Time to start the ignition. These drivers are getting ready to go 167 laps here tonight. Stages are laps 40 and 85 in this playoff event. So, starting on pole, but he's actually going to be having a penalty. It's Michael Prince from the 31, so that's going to make Terry Vincent the fastest driver in qualifying that is going to be starting out there. So I believe he's going to start outside of row number 1, and that should slide Bailey Brannon up a row to be in the top spot. Then looking at row number 2, Brian Matthews will slide up, and then to his outside is going to be Keith Fallon. Then you're going to have Bryce Keegan starting alongside Austin Guerrero. Then we're going to have Chris Mackey in that number 9 Chop House Restorations Chevrolet with the 8 Tyler Smith, the 8 spot, the 23 of Tyler Smith in the Highline Alani Toyota. Then starting in, let's see here, 9th is going to be Daniel Miglin, and to his outside is the now number 97 of Tyler Cadd. Sorry, that took me a minute to kind of read and figure out because the graphic isn't exactly correct since Prince is going to be starting in an awkward spot. What do you boys want to round the rest of it out?
Yeah, so let's see. Man, this is going to be a little difficult. So I think we're sitting at just the people that actually did not qualify. We're going to have Danny Miglin sitting in at that 10 spot. At the 11th, we have Steven Blevins.
Yep.
12, we have Jamin Bernhardt, and starting one lap down will be Michael Prince. He is supposed to just completely miss the start of this, the grid, and then he will just hang out in the pits until they get going.
All right. Just before we get started, so you guys know where these drivers are at going into this race, looking at the drivers in the round of 8, you've got Michael Prince, Keith Fallon, Terry Vincent, Tyler Smith, as well as Daniel Miglin, Chris Mackey, Bailey Brannon, and Bryce Keegan. Any of those drivers find victory lane tonight, they will be in the championship 4. So, really exciting stuff here. Points
We're
are
getting
going to
down
matter.
good to where points are going to matter, but below that cut line, we've seen Bailey Brennan win last week at Bristol to lock himself into the round of 8, and now he's back in the same situation. Be careful with Bailey Brennan and Bryce Keegan to try to get a win here tonight on one of the technical tracks. We've seen them both be fast. Bailey qualified, second, and Bryce had a strong practice, so anything can happen, boys. Anything can happen.
I really like where Terry Vincent is starting. He had a rough start to the playoffs in the round of 12. He's going to look to turn it around tonight to kick off the round of 8.
Race car is off.
Yes, sir. You know what that means. It is time to get ready for Side Draft Racing League to grip it, rip it, and sip it. We are going green for the Moose Dog 250 at Darlington as Bailey Brannon, Terry Vincent, side by side, making their way into turn number 1. We're getting rolling here under the lights at the Lady in Black to kick off the round of 8. Terry Vincent using that wall to get an advantage all the way around Bailey Brannon, being a high side hustler out there. Brannon is right in line behind Vincent. He is putting pressure on him, and they make contact into turn number 3. Brandon got the worst of it. Terry said, "Thanks for the bump, buddy. It's going to keep me ahead of you for now. It's hard to pass here at Darlington." We'll see what goes on as that's going to round out lap number 1. Oh, boy.
Well, so far so green. Hey, we're seeing how technical this track can be early on. A lot of people are collecting this wall coming out of 2 to see how many more little smoke. There's another one with Keith Fallon. There's another one with Tyler Cadd. A lot of cars just trying to figure this track out, get these tires warm quickly.
Yep, there's a happy medium in there between warm tires and then tearing your tires up. You see that, pretty often in here in Darlington, to where it's like Andy said pre-race, so tires are key. So that happy medium between warm tires and then tearing them up can deplete pretty fast.
Just about half the field just collected turn 2.
So
Well,
for
that's
some
not going to be good for that outside tire. I tell you what. I'm no rocket scientist, but something tells me that that's not good for the tire wear.
No,
reason,
sir.
the scoring tower is not reflecting correct. It's showing Jamin Bernhardt in the lead, but that is inaccurate. And now it's finally caught back up to where it's supposed to be, but the caution has been thrown. We'll have to figure out what brought that out. Scoring is now correct. My app was having a little bit of trouble there for a second, but let's see what brought out the yellow flag. I'm not really seeing it.
It was Jamin. He
Hold on a
said
sec.
brake pedal stuck or
Oh,
something.
that could have been what screwed up my scoring then. Something going on with Jamin. Stopped on the track. Probably glitched out my scoring app. Yeah, he was stopped out there for a minute. His car got really loose off a 4. And just
Yeah.
tapped the wall. Went for a little spin. But didn't do damage to his race car, really. But you know who that's going to help out? Michael Prince, who had to start from the
Yes.
pits. That's going to put him in position to be the
Lucky
lucky
dog.
dog. So Michael Prince doesn't have to work too hard to get himself back on the lead lap, as we haven't even completed, 5 laps here at Darlington. That's going to be a huge lifesaver for his ability to get stage points early in this race. So
And we
Michael
didn't
Prince
talk
is
to him
happy.
much. We didn't talk to him much pre-race about his strategy with the one lap incident here, but I will say that he probably had just been hanging out in the back this whole time, trying not to ruin those tires early, knowing that something like this would happen. And it looks like a lot of cars are coming in to gas
Yes,
because
they
they
are.
do have 34 laps of fuel, and after this pit cycle, they should have enough to get all the way around.
I can tell you the accurate amount of laps that you can get while saving, and it is actually really darn close to the end of the stage. So if
Oh
there is
boy.
if there
Couple
is
more cautions.
if there is 2 cautions and you stay out, you should, if you can fuel save, have enough to make it to the end. But all of these
Okay.
guys are thinking about, you know what, let's make sure we can make it. That way they're not like Bryce Keegan at Bristol needing to bump down pit road.
Probably a good call.
Tyler
But
Smith. Tyler Smith was a dog there, dude. Helped him out.
speaking of Bryce, he qualified pretty well, and he's in 3rd right now. So Bryce is taking that gamble. I like the opportunity for Bryce to be aggressive here.
I'm
But
kind of
Bailey Brannon, he won the race last week at Bristol. Was on the outside looking in to advance to the round, locked himself in with a win to the round of 8. Now he's sitting in 2nd. Bailey Brannon, don't sleep on him in this round. He's going to be aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
What a story to be had. Just hear me out on scenarios here. Bailey wins Darlington. Bryce Keegan wins Talladega.
Yeah.
What?
Chris
That
Mackey
would
could
shake
also
up
get his first
everything.
win.
boy. Oh yeah, Chris
Mackey's
Mackey.
winless. He's had
He's
like 4 second place finishes this year. He's been on the cusp of a win, so I think
I don't
Mackey
even
is
want to
a car to
broadcast or
watch.
curse him, dude.
I'm not.
It's one of those situations where there's 3 races and 4 spots. So if we have 3 separate winners, only one person's getting in via points.
Yep. Yep.
It's insane.
We did notice here Terry Vincent did elect to stay outside. It worked for him on the initial restart. Green flag. So he did choose the outside again. Seeing about getting that big jump on Bailey Brennan.
Another thing to know, the way these cars are geared, you've got to start in first on these restarts. And after a couple, the tires can get very, very slick.
Really?
So
Yeah, coming out of first is not my forte. Props to them, because there ain't no way in hell I would get that right.
So basically, that's going to give a massive advantage to the leader every single restart all night long, as we see Terry Vincent get a great jump over Bailey Brannon. And Bryce Keegan was able to get in line.
I wonder, too, if we won't see a couple of shifts mid-turn or lack of shifts mid-turn because of just so much on these drivers' plates that they end up redlining and losing a spot or two in the process of just trying to get this car, going in the correct gear.
Absolutely. It's also, you're downshifting into 4th into turn 3 shifting up into fifth at the start-finish line. You're roping it up towards that wall in a turn 1 and 2, and then you want to arc it down off the corner so you don't tag that wall in the exit of 2. And then 3 and 4, you got the big braking zone early, downshifting to fourth, and then just trying to ride a consistent line in that corner and not sliding up the track. It's a really tough lap to make it work for 167 of them.
I seen there Daniel Miglin go a little low. His teammate Keith Fallon overtaking him there.
Yeah, it's
Just a
really
little
tricky.
Minor mistakes can be major mistakes on this track. It is very technical.
Chris Mackey's looking up to the inside now. Brian Matthews, turn number 3. Mackey's got some company behind him, some fast race cars right there.
Yep.
You've got Mackey, Tyler Smith, and Michael Prince. The thing that's going to hurt Prince trying to work his way up to the front is how difficult it is to pass in this air at Darlington. And if you wait too long, you're not going to get an advantage late in the run. You've got to go early and get track position.
So, Andy, I got a question for you. Let's say you are trying to save tires and you are just trying to hang out in the back of the pack but not get ran away from. Is it impossible to just stay in fifth all the way around, or is it almost guaranteed you have to go to fourth to get around turn 4 or turn 3?
You could definitely stay in fifth. You're just going to lose that speed off the corner, and you're going to save the right rear a bit, but it's just
Dana Miglin's around,
it's not
boys.
advantageous at all. But oh no, that group of cars we were looking at a second ago.
Yeah, I think Brian Matthews and Daniel Miglin had a little incident there.
We got a couple cars stacked up on that entry into turn number 1. Go to blimp, see what happened up here from the eye in the sky. Miglin trying to get that high entry up in the corner. Matthews looks like he's trying to arc it up. Squeezes up towards Miglin and thought he gave him enough space. I don't think that was intentional at all. It's side-by-side racing at Darlington.
Yeah, at Darlington, yeah.
You're going to see that a lot tonight, I fear. It's just such a tough track to make moves.
There's going to be a lot of fatigue from these drivers come lap 100 on, I guarantee it. It is just a, brutal 200 miles. Like, oh my God, these drivers are going to feel it when they're done with this race.
I mean,
wonderful Bailey Brennan put his comfortable seat pad back on his bucket for today.
Oh, Terry Vincent is looking towards pit road. Bryce Keegan's looking. Austin Guerrero. These are the guys that are really playing this, I think, a bit smarter and safer to make it to the end. Because they're going to know for sure they're good.
I think the only one that hasn't pitted now is the leader, Bailey Brennan.
Yes. Bucket Boy. I think he might have heard, two cautions, and if you can save, you could have enough. It's a gamble for Brennan, but I don't hate it. He's got good speed tonight. He qualified in the top 3, so we'll see what Bailey can do. He's going to have the advantage.
I'm not trying to get the stage points, down that far at the cut line.
Well, look at what Bailey
with
did.
him and Bryce being so far down on the points, I mean, if you can get a stage win, you've got to pretty much Hail Mary one of these tracks, and if Bailey's running fast, I don't see why you wouldn't say, hey, this is our shot to go get it.
Yeah, Talladega, nothing's guaranteed there next week at the big track. So if you're good at these intermediates, you've got to strike. But remember what Bailey did last week in Stage 3. He did a fantastic job of controlling restarts and having good long-run pace at Bristol. We'll see if he can do the same thing here early at Darlington. He's got the track position. And Bailey really is, coming out of his shell late in the season. It's the time to do it.
Yeah,
it's kind of
he did have a bit of a slump there. He started out so hot from race 4 when he actually joined. Had a couple of great races and then kind of lulled out a little bit, kind of middling of the pack, got into some wrecks, and then these last couple of races he's been on it.
Well, the thing is, if you're able to get into a playoff position, the time to be good is the last 4 races or 5 races of the year. And
that is true.
If you look at NASCAR, in the Cup Series the last couple of years, you've got those Penske drivers that have consistently done that. Bailey's also in a Ford.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can we'll see if he can channel that inner Ryan Blaney and go do something with it.
Well, I think there's only probably one other Ford on the track, and that's
There's a
Bryce
couple
Keegan?
forwards. It's Keith
Yeah.
Fallon, Daniel Miglin. You've
Okay.
got
Right.
Steven Blevins, Jamin Bernhardt. About half the
Bryce.
field is forwards.
Oh, wow.
The limited
Young
cars,
buck.
there's only 2 Toyotas out there. Tyler Smith and Austin Guerrero. Otherwise, it's a lot of Chevrolets and Fords.
More of a Chevy guy myself, you know.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, if I'm gonna race, it's gonna be a Hendrick motor.
Pace car is off. Bailey Brandon getting ready to lead him into the restart zone from our second caution tonight. 13 laps into stage, or 15 laps now into stage number 1 is Brandon. Fantastic restart. Fallon slides right up behind him. That way he can arc that entry into the corner. Tyler Smith is going to fall in line behind them. We're rolling.
Makes you wonder what happened there in that, was that who's in the 4 car? It looks like he may have had a kind of a slower restart because everybody just got right in front of him and took the high side over Miglin.
Yeah, they did.
Back here we got Terry Vincent and Chris Mackey working around Brian Matthews, looking to catch up to the front 4, 5.
Yeah, the difficult thing, is it's the pace of that 31 of Michael Prince. He also is yet to pit because remember he started from the back, stayed out, got the lucky dog, stayed out.
He did pit. He
This
did
last
pit after the
caution.
lucky dog.
Oh, he did. So he does have a little bit of extra gas in the tank. He's on the same strategy then as Fallon, Smith, and
Miglin's around again. Yep.
Miglin's tires are
Uh-oh.
probably cooked. He saved it. He's still rolling. We're going to stay green for now. But that's going to hurt Miglin's points in stage 1 as Bailey Brandon isn't holding up for anybody. But Tyler Smith had a pretty good restart, getting in line with Keith Fallon, and he hasn't taken his foot off the gas, running that high line for Highline Racing Team.
Hey,
Turn number
see what
3.
you did there.
Smith in that number 23. Alani paint scheme. He's changing it up the last couple races of the year. The new
You
ride.
see, you got that playoff
Looks good.
banner on.
Yeah, he
Yes, he
finally figured
does.
out the damn playoff banner. Good job, Tyler. Glad you figured that one out. At least it matches your paint scheme, too. But now
look
it's
at-
always somebody that doesn't do it. Now Terry doesn't have it, and neither does Michael Prince.
Good battle here between Terry Vincent and Bryce Keegan as they go side by side into turn number 3. Keegan on the outside, Vincent on his inside. Keegan's going to try and get that momentum off of turn number 4 to get a good run into turn number 1. Terry still holding strong on the inside. We'll see if anybody can give and take. Terry clips that white line, gets into the side of Bryce. Bryce is going to scrape the wall. Terry Vincent, he's going to give up that spot, though. He's going to slide in line behind Bryce. Lost a little bit of time there from the contact. Bryce, though, doesn't seem too banged up. He's going to keep rolling. We'll go ahead and look at Michael Prince trying to catch Tyler Smith and Keith Fallon. This is now the battle for second.
Are we going to see another battle for Pocono right here, or?
Uh-oh. Not Pocono, dude.
Oh man, if I'm Tyler Smith, I see Michael Prince behind me. I'm sitting there watching my my back left quarter panel.
Oh,
Yeah,
Fallon
Prince
and
gets
Prince.
get into that. Yeah,
Everybody's
it's a
tagging
good old
the wall.
case of follow the leader out of turn 2. It looks like, if the dude in front of you is hitting the wall and he's in front of you, he must be doing something right. I guess I'm gonna follow suit.
It's what we call target fixation. When you're so focused on that bumper in front of you, you want to try and find that little bit of an advantage, and then sometimes you follow him too much. Tap the wall with him. Tyler Smith is looking really good on his exits, though, out of turn number 2. He's really doing a good job of arcing it down the corner. Turns 1 and 2 is that diamond, and then 3 and 4, you got to keep it up there by the wall all the way around that turn. And Tyler Smith is, I think, got a better line than Fallon right now, but Fallon could be saving.
Yeah, same with Prince coming around 3 and 4. He's trying to take that bottom to bottom middle line, and it looks like he just is losing about 1/10 of a second every time he does that.
Smith arced it a little bit too high there in the middle of 1 and 2, tagged the wall. But so far we've got Bailey Brandon keeping his lead. Keith Fallon second. Tyler Smith trying to put the pressure on him. Michael Prince watching the battle from behind. Then back there you got Bryce Keegan. Terry Vincent dropped back a little bit from that contact. And then Chris Mackey and Austin Guerrero. That is your current battle for 7th. Down in 9th, Brian Matthews. And 10th is Steven Blevins.
Tyler Smith had caught Keith Fallon, looked to the inside, couldn't get it done, but did put a bumper to the back of Keith on the backstretch. So Tyler is watching and learning, trying to take advantage of an opportunity, probably, hopefully, before this tire fall off happens, if it happens.
Yeah, it's just running a consistent lap time. You want to run, like low 30s on that long run. If you could run like a 30.15 to a 30.3, you can have good consistent long run speed. And Michael Prince's lap times are really consistent as he is sitting in all of that dirty air waiting for something to happen with Tyler Smith and Keith Fallon ahead.
Yeah, this is where.
So
Keith
yeah,
is
technically
tight.
looking at these splits, Tyler Smith and Michael Prince are running a faster lap than both Bailey Brannon and Keith Fallon. So now it's just a matter of time of when they can get in there.
Yeah, I think it's got to be soon. If they're gonna do it to try to get some more stage points here, it's got to be soon. Keith is probably doing an excellent job of watching his mirror for sure, seeing what Tyler and Michael were up to. Keep them in the rear view. It's like you guys said, this is a hard track to pass on, and yes, sir.
Right on board a little bit with Michael Prince here as you're seeing, everybody's got a different approach to the corner at Darlington, making sure you can get on the throttle at the right point. Having a good steady race line is important. Prince is doing a pretty good job of just watching what they're doing ahead of him. You hear him shift up into fifth, going into the corner. He's going to arc it up in the center right where it says Darlington, and then when you see that Goodyear sign, you want to have a little bit of a lift, come down off the corner so that way you don't hit that wall on turn number 2 exit. Prince looks
like
pretty
Tyler
good.
Smith there.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive getting around on these turns, especially because these tires are going to start wearing out pretty quick. 28 laps in, so they're 35 miles on these things with some pretty gnarly turns. So I know everybody's going to try to push these things to the stage break, I would assume. So we'll see who ends up sideways because of it.
What's really interesting, watching the gap from Brandon to Fallon right now, it's kind of like ebb and flowed a little bit throughout this run as Brandon's tagged the wall a few times in 1 and 2. His 3 and 4, he's got a really good low approach and he's able to get good drive off of turn number 4, but 1 and 2, it seems like Brandon and Fallon are struggling center corner. Tyler Smith has a good entry, but then he just keeps getting so close to the wall up there. He keeps flirting with it. He's had a couple contact points on that right rear. You know what they call that? That's the Darlington stripe.
Yep, and I've noticed the last 2 corners here for Tyler Smith, his car is just getting a little loose on him. So I could tell he's been probably running those tires just about bone dry at this point. So I don't expect him to be much of a factor for these top 2. I think he's just trying to see if he can save a third at this stage break here, because if that car keeps getting loose on him, he's going to eventually, he's going to end up sideways because of it.
Yeah, the
It
battle
just takes
is
one little tail strike, and coming out of 4 and 2 is all it takes to
battle's
get you
getting
sideways.
pretty good for 5th. Terry Vincent's caught back up to Bryce Keegan, and now Chris Mackey and Austin Guerrero are starting to catch the 2 of them. Bryce has good pace. He's not too bad from the leaders. He's running, about same speed as Brannon out front, as we're seeing Fallon starting to work that gap down. So Bryce's long run pace isn't bad.
Second.
Yeah. All right. Well, I spoke too soon. Tyler Smith said, "All right. Well, I'm listening to the broadcast, and I'll do you one better."
I say Tyler Smith got that move done. Past Fallon for a second, and now Michael Prince is going to be looking to be aggressive and make the move. There's only a couple laps to go left in the stage, so this is the point where the tires are worn out, and whoever's managed their stuff the best is going to be able to pull something out.
Oh, no.
Tyler Smith is a freaking rocket right now. What is going on?
No. What's happening?
Are they running out of gas?
I don't know. Or Bailey got real loose.
I think it's Bailey's low turn 3 and 4 versus Tyler's higher 3 and 4. Running the bottom of that corner to stay off the wall. on
For
the
him to
exit of
just jump
4.
up 2 seconds in one lap and pass both everybody.
Oh
This
no,
Tyler Cat is
Brandon's
slow.
got an issue.
I
Brandon
think
is
Brendan's
very
out of
slow.
gas.
He might be.
Here he comes. Yep. Pit
Oh, and he's
lane.
gonna slide sideways into the entry of pit road.
Can he save it? Can he save it? Can he save it?
Well, now the
He's
battle is
good.
on for second.
Dang.
Just wasn't enough saving out of Brandon.
You, buddy.
I like the gamble. I like the strategy
Yeah.
call.
I don't know how you misjudge it 6 laps though. Like that's
The
a
thing is, if he can get out of pit road ahead of the leaders here, he can flip this. But he hasn't even made it to his pit box, so he's going to go a lap down. And there goes the leaders.
Hang on, bro.
So now let's see what Michael Prince can do. He's all over the back of Keith Fallon, a couple laps to go here in stage number 1.
yeah. I think Prince is just trying to keep it clean, trying to find a spot to pass him. But Fallon's just doing a great job of blocking with a considerably slower car. It looks like he's trying to just save as much gas as he can because I don't think he's got much left in the tank either.
Check out Bryce. I mean, he was getting pressure from Terry Vincent from behind a couple laps ago, and now he's stretched out that gap to Terry, and Bryce is definitely picking up the pace here the last couple laps. He's starting to work that gap as much as he can towards Prince and Fallon. If they get side by side ahead of him, Bryce could close that gap rather quickly, because when you go side by side at Darlington, you lose so much time.
Yeah. You're worried about that other car coming up into you or that wall coming fast at you. A lot of what ifs at this here track.
I'm just blown away. I hope Tyler wins this so I can ask him this question on how he was loose for it looked like 2 whole laps and then comes out like a freaking bullet to take first and it's got the car just right under him now. Well, where did this come from? Was he just hanging out? I just don't get it.
He might have just been pacing, and it was,
Yeah.
Being stuck behind Keith for so long. He might have been working and saving his stuff at the same time. It tells me, watching Keith's entry into the corner, he's been looking really tight. We'll see if Keith has enough to kind of pick up the pace here, because he's getting a lot of pressure from Michael Prince.
Yeah.
The gap to Tyler Smith is definitely going down. Keith's doing a good job of working back towards him, and Smith does have a little bit of traffic ahead. It could choke him up, and Michael Prince is looking to make the move. Can't get it done, though.
Yeah.
Maybe last lap.
Keith Fallon is driving that car like he is a 3-wide, Hummer right now. Nobody is getting around him. Every opportunity is just shut down.
Watch Prince, though. He's going to take that high entry into the corner here in turn number 3. Keith's going to have to go up the track to block, but Prince tags the wall. Tyler Smith, as he works to the inside of Daniel Miglin, that's going to be the end of stage number 1. Tyler Smith did a fantastic job. Started in 8th and got the stage win. Good job with the strategy, being patient, making moves at the right time when things fell his way. And that was able to make him a stage number 1 winner for the number 23 Alani Highline Toyota of Tyler Smith.
I can't wait for him to watch this stream back and just be like, oh, yeah, well, just eat your words. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, there's a couple other big movers in there as well in stage 1. Young Buck, Bryce Keegan up 3. Chris Mackey up 3 as well.
Yeah, Blevins up 3 spots.
Blevins up 3 spots.
Bailey Brannon fell. He's going to be lucky dog potential now. But I don't want to give away this. I don't want to give away the strategy. But if Bailey was smart when he ran out, you get the lucky dog, you take tires, and then halfway in the middle of the next stage you pit, and you're in an alternate strategy, and then you'll be good to flip reset the end of the race, or maybe have some track position.
I agree.
It's all about creating an opportunity. It might not work, in stage number 1, but you can set up stage number 3 like he did at Bristol, as the drivers have a aggressive entry into the pit lane here. It's really narrow on that pit entrance. Those barrels will nip you if you're not careful, especially on a green flag
Ryan,
run.
Ryan Matthews almost got it.
This thing sneak up on you. Holy
He was
hell.
trying to probably check them tires back on, and them yellow barrels got real close.
So we'll see here who's going to win our battle off of pit road. Tyler Smith pulls into his pit box. Everybody should be taking 4 tires and gas. Michael Prince, even though he qualified and had to start, all the way in the back, it was still a benefit for him to qualify because he's got the number 1 pit stall.
Yes, sir.
Tyler Smith easily wins the battle off of pit road, but Chris Mackey had a great stop. Not good from Keith Fallon. He's stuck on pit road. Might be fixing up a little bit of damage. Terry Vincent hasn't moved yet. So that's going to slide Mackey all the way up into 3rd, Keegan to 4th. Austin Guerrero moves up to 5th. Blevins in 6th. And you see Vincent, Fallon, Matthews still on pit road. They haven't moved yet, but it's time to dial up Tyler Smith. Get a word out of him.
Yes, let's do it. Here he is. Tyler, it's Jared, Andy, and Bubba in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Oh, hey, man. You're going to watch this stream back, and I'm going to tell you right now, you looked a little loose there before you turned into a freaking rocket to pass Fallon and Bailey Brannon. What happened there where, a couple of times your car was kind of getting a little loose, and then all of a sudden you figured something out, and they started slowing down, and you just took that one with ease?
Yeah, so I don't think I did not fix the loose problem. Like I am loose. It's scary. I will say leading, it's a bit easier to keep it under control. But yeah, no, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'm fast on a long run, so whatever I did round 1 or whatever I did stage 1, I'll try to redo it, but I'd give you more if I could, but I got nothing.
It was out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was kind of just saving, and I saw them really start to struggle getting super tight on exit, and I was like, I'm fine. So I guess I'll just I'll just see what happens.
Well, I'll say this before you go green. Way to get your playoff planner on there.
It
Good
is,
racing, buddy.
It is, I swear. I'll send you a screenshot on mine.
Go
luck,
green, buddy.
Just in time for Tyler Smith to bring the
That was
field back
close.
green. Oh boy. He's got pressure now from Michael Prince behind. Chris Mackey started 3rd, didn't get a good jump. Tyler Smith looking pretty good in the lead as Michael Prince falls in line for 2nd. We can see Keegan and Mackey going to be starting the battle for 3rd.
So I have a question here. So we knew Fallon was sitting in the pits for quite a while. How did he end up back in 5th?
Maybe he left before Miglin, Matthews, Vincent. Brandon got the lucky
guess.
dog.
Okay, yeah.
So I think it's just the way he cycled. I think
Yeah, I
everybody
guess,
was fixing damage that didn't want to use
Trying
that
to
fast
fix
repair.
trying to fix that sidewall a little bit, try to get a little more aero. That thing's been taking a beating all race from almost all of these drivers, so.
Michael Prince looking for a move. Making their way across the start-finish line. Prince is taking an aggressive line. A little bit lower on entry than Tyler Smith. But then 3 and 4, we'll see who's got the stuff. Bryce Keegan is hanging with him. Chris Mackey is as well, as they are single file. Prince, though, taking a low, aggressive line on the entry at turn number 3, trying to get to the inside of Tyler Smith. Bryce Keegan learning a lot from that 31, following his line to a T all the way around the racetrack.
Yep. If you're a young buck, that's what you got to do. You got to watch Michael Prince, watch his line, watch what he does to get around Tyler Smith, because when he gets around Tyler Smith, it's going to be your turn to go and try to get that spot as well. So
I don't know.
You can learn that line fast.
I don't know
I'm not
if
sure
Michael
that
Prince
that's
is
the
going to get
correct
around
line.
him. I think
I was about to
Bryce
say,
could
I'm
get
not sure
around
that's
Michael
the correct
Prince.
line. I mean,
Yeah,
it's hard
I mean-
to pass. I get that, but I mean, when you keep taking these inside shots at these, at these turns, you're just never going to pick up enough momentum coming out of them to really, stay with Tyler Smith.
Yeah, but you should get like, every couple laps, you should gain your momentum back if you're truly faster than him and get your shot. So you have a shot pretty much every, 3 or 4 laps if you can gain your momentum back to get back to him. Maybe I could be wrong.
He's
The
running
big
away
thing
with it.
is the big
Yeah.
thing though is management. You wanna get speed early in the run, and then the middle of the run, like 5, 6, 7 laps, you gotta settle in, and then you've just gotta look at a lap time and say what's consistent. And trying to be consistent is key here at this racetrack. Bryce Keegan might have found a little bit of that consistency as he's working around the outside of Michael Prince. They had a little bit of contact on the other 3. Keegan, he tags the wall in the center, and now they're side by side. Dorn touching the wall, still going at it as they make their
I'll
way
tell
into
you
turn
what,
number
though.
1.
I think I would like to be in Bryce's situation, though. I think passing on the outside, you think it's probably a little faster and a little easier, but then again, you don't want to be sandwiched up against that wall, which it seems like has happened to a lot of these drivers.
Well,
He's
he's gonna
going
try
for
on
the
the inside
opposite.
now.
Look at him go. Bryce Keegan's going to do a little slide job on Prince on the exit of turn number 4, and he gets the move done. Bryce has
Yeah, he
got
made
some
that look pretty
serious
easy.
speed. Don't know what's going on for the 31 of Michael Prince. He might be saving for long run speed here. There's going to be a pit stop if this stays green for fuel, but Tyler Smith has finally cooled down the pace, and I think he's just going to try and manage the gap, but Bryce is not taking his foot off the floor. He's running considerably quicker laps than those around him, and he's starting to work away at the leader.
Yep, that's all you can do. If you're staying green, just chip away, half of a tenth here, a tenth there, and just slowly start working it back. If you're a second back, it's only 10 laps, and then you're right on his bumper, so you've got plenty of time.
Trouble for Austin Guerrero. He got loose on the exit of turn number 4. His tires screeched, slid down, and lost a lot of time to the leaders. Tyler Smith is trying to check out Bryce Keegan, though, keeping that gap just about a second. Michael Prince lost the spot to Bryce. He sits 3rd. Chris Mackey 4th, seeing if he can follow in Bryce's footsteps to go ahead and make a move in the 31. Mackey's going to be aggressive here.
Keith Fallon's just kind of back there watching us all go down as well. Probably just saving his stuff. I think maybe stage 1 was just kind of a feeler for him to see how everybody's going to race. We seen him super aggressive last week at Bristol. Ran Young Buck really tough, really aggressive few times. So I think Keith is just kind of like taking it easy on maybe trying a different strategy on gas. Like you said, Jared, maybe a 5th gear option, just kind of hanging back, keeping his speed and keeping these guys in reach to see how much it affects his car.
Well, I mean, if you have the draft in front of you, I mean, I don't think the 5th gear option really wouldn't be terrible. Like, you're not going to be competitive by any means, but if you want to get those laps of fuel and, really save, then, I mean, hell, if you've got a car in front of you that you can, just use his arrow, shit, I probably wouldn't downshift too much.
Yeah.
The hard thing to look at right now is, as Tyler Smith is running these heaters, these low 30s, everybody back there, Bryce on back is in, about 2/10 off of that, or a 10.5 slower. But, giving somebody ahead of you a 10th or 2 now could turn into you having a 3/4 advantage later in the run, depending on how much better of a lap time you can run later. So we'll see what Tyler Smith can do, if he can hold this pace. He's looking good, though.
Yep, and we're starting to see some cars go down the pit lane, probably different strategies or fixing damage, getting sideways, whatever it may be. So now we've got to look into Tyler Smith trying to get around these drivers with, lap traffic. So curious to see how easy it's going to be to hold that's 1 second advantage.
Do we know how many extra sets of tires they got?
They have, I believe, 4 or 5 sets for the night, which it sounds like a lot, but it is not. You can chew through a set easily in 40 laps here.
Yes, sir. You can.
from what we saw, let's see. It was lap 40 stage break, so they got to go 45. So they may take tires, but I mean, if you're out front, you can keep it. Probably don't, and that gives you 3 sets to last the last stage, which is 80 laps ish. No, 65 ish laps, 62, whatever my math is.
Yeah, we saw
Well,
some early struggles out of Daniel Miglin, but now he's starting to work towards the back of his teammate, Keith Fallon. He's only a couple seconds off the leader. Miglin is doing a good job. We got this front 6 staying pretty well together. And Miglin, his long run speed could be something to keep an eye on, as he has definitely found a little bit more pace later in this run, working that gap down pretty well towards the cars ahead of him.
And Bailey Brannon still a lap down. Now becoming lap traffic. That may end up putting him 2 laps down, which you definitely don't want to see if you're.
Well, Bailey
he did just
pitted
pit.
7 seconds off, so Bailey was, back there with in between Vincent and Blevins. So we'll see where he cycles now that he might have a little bit more clean air. Curious to see how it works for Bailey and where he comes out in the cycle. Tyler Smith is still aggressive, running a fast line. Just don't want to make a mistake. That's the hard part.
Yep. War of attrition. How many times can you do the same thing perfectly over and over again? And can you do it 147 times? Perfect.
It only takes one big tap of that wall off of turn number 2 to break that toe length. Don't take much. Bryce is doing a good job, though. The gap to Tyler Smith has been about a second. Smith really stretched out, but it looks like Smith is slowed up a lot this lap. Keegan is making a lot of ground. Michael Prince just dives down, hard entry into the pit lane. So he's going to be the first to take out of this front 6.
Chris Mackey ended up tapping a wall coming out of 4, I believe, and
yeah, he lost some ground.
He lost ground to Keith Fallon and Daniel Miglin.
Not good. Hopefully you don't have damage on that race car. We will see. But that's going to move Keith Fallon back up to 3rd. We'll see what his long run pace looks like with his teammate Daniel Miglin behind him. Brian Matthews opts for pit road with 20 to go in the stage.
So if you're Tyler, do you just run this thing as long as you can till you're bone dry and fuel, just for the clean air aspect of it?
I mean, as long as you don't have anybody impeding in front of you and you can keep a good consistent time, I would continue to do what he's doing. Bryce Keegan, though, he's opting for pit road this lap. We'll see if he can get out ahead of Michael Prince or behind him. We'll see what Prince and his lap times have done since he's made his pit stop. His pit lap was about 53 seconds. So Bryce, that's the time to beat here. Tyler Smith, that means he's got a little bit bigger lead. About 2.5 seconds to Keith Fallon behind, but he is racing Keegan and Prince.
Yeah, and Tyler Smith's losing a lot of time now on these laps. He's running like a 30.7, which, we've been seeing, low 30s. So you're losing, 0.2 of a second, we'll say, per lap that you stay out on these older tires.
And Michael Prince does get ahead of Bryce Keegan with that undercut, pitting early. And he's made a lot of time with that clean air. Prince has definitely picked his pace up. Had a good lap, good pit stop. Prince is looking good. Could be in a position to snipe the stage from Tyler Smith, depending on how his pit stop goes. That's the thing, is Tyler Smith has done a good job managing, but it's going to take a good execution of pit road. Michael Prince doesn't have to worry. He's done it. Prince just has to hold a good wheel for the last couple laps in the stage. Tyler Smith still has that pressure behind of that pit stop.
Yeah, and you've got Tyler Cadd that he's coming up on pretty quickly here, and instead of fighting Tyler Cad, if I'm Tyler Smith, I think I pit right here. I don't know how much longer I want to keep, losing seconds on these older tires. I get it that you want fresher tires towards the end, but you don't also want to put yourself in a situation where, you're starting fourth or fifth, trying to battle your way back in.
Well, and if it stays green in stage 3, like it has here in stage 2, tires, you're not going to be able to come down in to get tires. Green flag, you're going to want to gas and go to keep the track position. You're not going to have the opportunity to take the extra set of tires if there's no cautions. So, I mean, Tyler Cad kind of rolled over there to him and succeeded, let him go, which is good by Tyler Cad. But yeah, I agree. I think he's got to come here shortly and get down pit lane and get her done. Try to get her done fast. Maybe try something different. Right side.
Yeah, well, that's not a terrible idea. He does only have about 4 more laps of fuel, so I think the initial strategy that I was mentioning of him just getting that car bone dry and then pitting seems to be like what he's going to do. It doesn't look like he's going to come in on this cycle either. Nope. So he's probably going to run that car just straight out of fuel and just say, "Hey, I'm out front. There's nothing you guys can do about it. I'll get my pit when I get it."
It's not a bad idea, to run this long and, see what you could do as well and kind of get a good, I would say, decision-making factor for what you need to do in the last stage. Keith Fallon, though, just chipped a lot of time off Tyler Smith, and Smith is pitting. There it is. So that's going to give Keith the lead with teammate Daniel Miglin behind. Chris Mackey stays out. Terry Vincent stays out. Slides him up to 4th. See Michael Prince go by. Tyler Smith there. He's going to have to make up that whole lap. There goes Bryce Keegan. We'll see what Fallon does.
East, I think, coming in.
He is going to pit.
Back switch.
Miglin's going to stay out to get that point for leading the lap.
Yep.
Chris Mackey back there in 2nd. We'll see what he does here.
What's stopping anybody? If you grab tires at the stage break, I'm surprised we didn't see more people just gas and go. Like, if you're Tyler right there, you only have 12 laps. If you gas and go and can keep a 20-second head start.
Look at Michael Prince's gap to Tyler Smith. Holy smokes. And Bryce Keegan. They both got ahead of Tyler Smith as he's leaving pit road, seeing those guys way ahead of him. Puts Michael Prince in position to get the lead after this pit cycle. Bryce Keegan 2nd, and then Tyler Smith is going to be 3rd. So that tells me that all those guys that are staying out there, it's going to be really tough to keep that track position.
And Miglin's coming in. Chris Mackey, I'm sure, is going to follow suit. He's going to stay out, try to get one more, maybe point for leading the lap.
It's got at least, 37 in it?
Yeah, 34 without saving. So, yeah, you could stretch it to 37 pretty easily with a good draft. I just maybe I'm wrong, Andy. What would stop you if you're in the lead and you know that if you can get a quick pit in and out and have probably a 10-second head start with 10 laps to go over, some of these drivers on fresh tires, why not just gas and go right here and then take tires at the stage break?
I think that's what a lot of these guys did. I think Michael Prince and Bryce Keegan gas and goed, and that's why they are so far ahead.
Oh, okay. Because Tyler did take tires there, and I was like, man, there's no reason for him to be that far behind. But if you're taking tires, yeah, I guess he's going to be on an alternate tire strategy and try to have a set at the end that he's going to be able to take and try to run away with.
Explain the speed difference, though, from Tyler Smith to everybody else. Everybody else behind Tyler Smith was saving, because even Keith Fallon is ahead of Tyler Smith right now.
Yeah, I don't
Fallon
think Chris
is looking at
tires either.
Bryce Keegan potentially for the battle here for 4th. And Tyler Smith, I think he's just going to be saving his stuff till the end. So giving up a stage win for stage 3 track position?
Well, I wouldn't talk too crazy now because let's see. Michael Prince is running about a 30.5. Tyler Smith is running like a 29.5. Yeah, it probably won't be enough, but he may be able to get close. But I just don't think it's going to be enough with the new fresh tires to get him up to where
To
Michael
make
Prince is running.
to make up that big of a gap and all of the moves you're going to have to make. I mean, we're looking at Daniel Miglin here. We talked about that long run pace out of him and what he could do. As Prince inherits the lead, the gap between first and second is less than 1 second. Miglin's doing pretty good on that long run.
Yeah,
Yes,
it makes you wonder how many tires, how many fresh tires he's running with versus some of these guys that just gas and went. But this track is hard to pass on, and if Michael Prince can just block good enough, it's only 6 to go, across this checkered right here.
Yeah, Tyler Smith definitely looks like he's been shot out of a cannon with the fresh tires, but I just don't know if he can make up that big of a gap with this little time, especially since Miglin and Prince could start battling for the lead as he's catching the back of Bryce Keegan. He's got it around Keith Fallon. He's going to dive to the inside of the 21. Headed into turn number 3 and 4. Keegan, a little bit of a wiggle, saying, all right, you can have it.
Yeah.
But Prince and Miglin, about a half second separating the two of them. Miglin's trying to catch Prince here. And I think that could be the factor that holds up Tyler Smith. Is these two cars close together, a little bit more dirty air. And it's a long way to go. 3 seconds is a lot of gap to make up in 5 laps.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I expect it to be about a 1.5 second gap by the time they cross and throw the caution flag out. And then you just got to sit there and start thinking, okay, if I'm Tyler Smith, I've got 13 laps older tires. Where am I going to make those laps back up? To try to get this thing out front.
Well, if he flips the stage, goes in there and just gasses, should come back in the front above all the guys that need to take tires. And then all he's got to do is use that clean air to get out there and hold them off again. And that's all it's going to take. I would think, huh? Maybe?
Yeah, he's got 3 sets left. So you figure he'll probably take a set at, I don't know, we'll say 100, 120, and I don't know, 135 maybe? I don't know. Like, you can't take them home with you. So I'm just curious on when you're going to start, throwing these new boots on just to really be fast the whole time through this last stage of 60 laps.
Well, if you're banking
race.
on cautions late, yeah. I don't know though. I don't ever see stage 3 in side draft staying green, but they've done real well at it last couple of weeks. So I don't know.
Yeah, as long as it's not overtime, and I've got 10 laps to go or 20 laps to go, hell, 25 laps to go, and they could be all 5 lap intervals. I'm going to take tires every time just to put the newest thing I got on out there and just try to be competitive towards the end.
Yeah.
Michael Prince, that gas and go strategy to get the track position works out for him as we're coming to the end of stage number 2. And that number 31 HCE Performance Chevrolet of Michael Prince is going to get another stage win here in the playoffs. This time it's the round of 8. The next flag he's going to want to see in this race is the checkered if he is in that same position. But he's got a long way to go. But Michael Prince did a fantastic job there. Managing good pace. Started this race in the back. Lap down, early lucky dog. Flips the script early. Gets the track position in stage 1 to make it happen for a stage win in stage number 2. Great job.
That man started a lap down. and now has won a stage in stage 2. So
Showing everybody why
Yeah.
he is the multiple X time regular season winner through this league. Hasn't, I don't think, or he did, yeah, win 2 out of the 3 in the playoffs or the round of 12. So, what another good win or good stage win by Michael Prince. One thing to note is he is leading the points, which this helps a lot. So that way, if he does not win this race and he doesn't win the next 2 and they have 2 separate drivers, he should still probably point his way into the final 4.
Yeah, and that's the goal for Michael Prince here is just guaranteeing yourself a Final Four spot on points, staying the points leader, staying ahead of everybody else that's on that cut line with you is king, and that's what's just going to guarantee your spot if he is unable to get a win in the round of 8. So I asked him the other day, I said, Michael, what is your goal for this round? He said, well, I'd like to win, but honestly, I just want points. And he's getting them tonight.
Yes, sir. I've got a camera on somebody here. I want to see what's going to go down.
Who are we looking at?
I'm looking at. Yep. He did it. There he is.
Tyler Smith, gas and go.
Yep.
And said,
Terry
all right,
Vincent.
bye-bye.
Terry Vincent used his fast repair to fix damage. Is Dingle Miglin
I think he
was
squeaked
able
her
to
out.
get ahead of Michael Prince the race off of pit road.
Well, let's see if we can get Prince in here real quick. Get your questions ready as soon as I can find him. He is not in the Discord.
Oh no, that's all right.
Well,
Michael, get in here.
That's all right.
Michael! Yeah. Sorry, Michael. We
He's
tried.
locked in. He's got the
He's
Angry
ready to
Birds
go.
helmet on.
He was in the hangout room earlier. Well,
It's all right.
darn. We tried.
Congrats on the stage win, Michael. Hopefully we hear from you
Sure.
at the end of this one. Maybe it'll be a podium or even a race win. Good luck, buddy.
Maybe that's what he's waiting on.
Or he just knows he needs to focus up for this next restart.
I thought he was gonna hang out in Scary Terry's Funhouse, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Tyler Smith
Yep.
opts for the high line.
Yep.
Well, 2 cautions so far besides our stage breaks in the first almost 90 laps of this race. Tyler Smith looked really good in stage number 2. Alternate strategy tried to make something work. Couldn't get it done. Michael Prince was able to get that stage dub from him. But
Yeah.
it all comes down to this. You know what it is, boys. It's stage number 3. It is time for the
Buddy.
gloves to come off. We are playoff racing in the round of 8 for Side Draft Racing League at Darlington.
And the winner gets a bid in the championship 4, baby.
3 lead
tell you
changes
what.
tonight. And it's time to go racing. The pace car is off. Tyler Smith on the outside. Daniel Miglin to his inside. We're going to get ready to go here. Side Draft Racing League round of 8 playoffs. Stage 3 is underway here at the Lady in Black. It's Darlington as Tyler Smith gets a great run through the restart zone. He's going to go ahead and take that lead. Daniel Miglin, Keith Fallon, Michael Prince, big stack up on the high side. A lot of those guys, it's getting scrappy back there now. Everybody wants track
Yes,
position to be
sir.
at the front.
Yeah.
It's
that
go
was-
time. Oh no, Bryce
And
Keegan.
Bryce is in the wall.
Oh, big damage
No
for Bryce.
caution.
That could be it for the 21 tonight. Doesn't get the yellow.
Oh yeah.
Nothing.
Got to go back and take a look at the lead now. Tyler Smith is getting pressure from behind. It's the number 4 of Daniel Miglin. And Michael Prince is not far behind.
Yeah, and all 4 of these drivers that are in the top 4 here have been the fastest all night, other than a couple of Miglin's mistakes early on. But he's shown that he had some long run speed this last stage. And tell you what, if you want playoff racing, this is it.
Yes, sir. We got Terry Vincent, Chris Mackey back in there, kind of getting into each other, battling back there in 5th and 6th as well.
The top 5 drivers right now are top 5 in points. The top 4 are the top 4 in points. as you are looking at Tyler Smith, Daniel Miglin, Michael Prince, and Keith Fallon. The best 4 so far of this league going at it. The gloves are off. It is stage 3 racing here. This is going to be pretty cinematic if they can stay this close.
Harry Vincent is kind of taking advantage of some clean air, I believe. Trying to catch up to that top 4. Got some damage repaired. Uses fast repair. Pushing it here.
Trying to keep it off the wall, though, in turn number 2. He's struggling. But Michael Prince, he's looking to the inside of Daniel Miglin in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Here we go. It's the battle for second. Tyler Smith got really loose there on the exit of 4. Here we go. Miglin and Prince. There's contact. That's going to drop Miglin back. And now Prince is going to skyrocket to the inside of the number 23 as they're side by side. Turn number 1. They're dooring for the lead. Tyler Smith is in the wall. Prince is at his door. They're battling now off of turn number 2. Here we go. It's the 31 of the 23. We're getting flashbacks of Pocono. They're still going at it. Keith Fallon, he's right behind him in third. Tyler Smith to the outside. Michael Prince to the inside. Keith Fallon trying to look at something up the middle. It's not over yet. Prince is going to get the advantage though off of turn number 4. Michael Prince is the new leader in stage number 3. Tyler Smith a wiggle, and now he's got trouble behind. It's the number 40 of Keith Fallon. Here we go, boys. It's time.
Andy, breathe, brother.
Yeah. Woo! So good. Oh, man.
I might be pitching a tent, dude.
I tell you what, and Scary Terry just now climbed his way into 4th.
No, I'm telling you,
Terry said,
hold up.
Yeah,
it's
and
not
if you're Michael
over.
Prince, you just sat there and watched Miglin get loose, but did bump you and give you a shot out of a cannon. And just as Tyler Smith got a little loose,
I was going to say,
he goes,
Tyler
well, hell,
Smith,
I'm a lot faster than everybody else.
Tyler Smith has now hit the panic button. Keith Fallon's going to get around him, and now here comes the car you never want to see in your mirror. The number 1 Chili's ride, the Dente Chevrolet. That's Terry Vincent. He's going to look at Tyler Smith as they make their way off turn number 2. Vincent barely scraps the wall as they go down the Boeing backstretch. They're side by side. Turn number 3, Tyler Smith, big lift. Vincent on the outside. Now Daniel Miglin trying to follow Terry Vincent to get around Tyler Smith. They are battling for third. This is an exciting stage, and look at who showed up to the party. It's the number 6. It's the bucket boy, Bailey Brandon. He's found some pace. Again, here he comes. Florida State. He's looking for a move here as they make their way off of turn number 2. You've got Prince out front, Fallon second, Vincent third, Smith trying to take it away from him. And then behind you've got Miglin and Brandon battling it out for 5th.
Boys, we got 7 of the round of 8 in the top 7 right now. Gloves off, ready to freaking rock. We've never get to see these guys actually put the gloves on together and battle it out. They always race each other pretty clean, but here in the playoffs, we're seeing the gloves come off between these top 8 drivers in this league right now.
They want that money. They want that end of season championship money. And I tell you what, if I'm Keith Fallon and I come away with this win, as much as I love hosting races and practices for everybody, we're practicing Charlotte the next 3 weeks every Sunday.
I like me some Charlotte.
That's what I'm saying. I'll turn some laps at Charlotte. But if you're already in and you're hosting a practice session, I'm going to be practicing at my freaking championship track.
Yeah.
It's calmed down between the top 3, but the battle for 4th is still on. Tyler Smith is getting all the pressure now from Daniel Miglin. Smith had that big error on turn 4 exit, and now here we go. Miglin trying to make something happen. They're looking at turn number 3. Exit of turn number 4. Miglin trying to get a better exit off the corner, and you see Brandon staying loyal to the bottom line, and Tyler Smith is struggling. Here we go. They're side by side at the line. Number 4, Daniel Miglin, going to try and slide his way up into turn number 1 and 2 from Tyler Smith, and he says, "Thank you, sir. Give me that one." And now Bailey Brandon next in line to get around Tyler Smith. Smith might have wheel damage after a little bit of contact with that battle with Michael Prince. He's going backwards, and everybody else is trying to work their way to the front.
Is it wheel damage, or is it the fact that he's got 14 lap older tires than everybody?
I'm going to go into the old...
I
don't know.
Right.
Steering wheel looks pretty...
Go.
Steering wheel looks pretty straight. Like it's not... Doesn't have terrible wheel damage from inside the cockpit. I think he's just trying to limp it for some green flags, and I don't see this stage going to green. I don't see it going green the whole way. I really don't.
Well, they get all spaced out like this. I mean, it's just going to take one of these playoff drivers that are pretty needy on some points to try to get sideways, or maybe some of the non-playoff drivers if they happen to collect each other and end up sideways. I'm sure all of these front 7 drivers wouldn't be too upset with that if Jamin and Blevins accidentally got into each other or something along those lines.
Yeah. Man.
And Bryce Keegan has hopped out of the car and disconnected.
Oh no, poor Bryce. That's gonna
That
be his
is
night.
gonna, yep, his night is over.
But if you watch Tyler Smith in the cockpit, you can tell he is fighting that car around those turns.
Let's see it. I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's see him, just see how miserable this is for him. Yeah, he's. So he's in fifth through 1 and 2. Let's see if he's going to try to just keep it in fifth so he doesn't get this car sideways, or if he downshifts in 3 and 4 here. No shifts, just stays in fifth all the way around.
He downshifted. Because you're going to hear the RPMs change right at the start-finish line. Maybe he's saying fourth.
The cockpit that I'm seeing is having him just in fifth.
Oh, interesting. So he is saving.
Yeah. Yeah, he is in fifth all the way around. He is all the way down to, you know, what is it? I'm going to see a couple thousand RPMs coming out of 4, realistically. Yeah, he is in fifth all the way around this track right now.
Well, the battle for the lead, it's starting to shrink. That gap, keeping an eye on it. Keith Fallon trying to chip away at Michael Prince out front. Prince is doing a really good job, though, getting those low exits off the corner. Fallon's chasing from behind as we're getting closer and closer.
Terry.
So 40 laps to go. About one more stop for fuel in this stage. And it should be one stop to the end, gas and go. Or you could take 4 tires and gas to get that little bit of a speed bonus. But as we saw from Michael Prince, he did the gas and go in stage number 2 to give him a stage 2 victory. We'll see how it plays out for him. But Tyler Smith,
somebody
tires,
back in the pack,
he's going to have to take.
Tires.
He has to take. He doesn't have an option. He's got pressure right now from Bailey Brandon, the Bucket Boys, all over Tyler Smith as he's still been unable to get a move done. Brandon knows he's got better stuff.
Well, so from my journalistic, studies that I just did, the 23 and the 6 are both riding 5th gear all the way around currently, and looks like they may be saving. Everybody in the top 4, they are downshifting into 4th. So maybe they're giving their hands a break from shifting or trying to save, but everybody that's in the top 4 that is running a little bit faster is because they are downshifting while these 2 are not.
I say the top 4 are pulling away.
So
they're all
crew
within
chief
3
Andy,
seconds of each other.
Are you pitting early to take tires and try to make up that ground now? Or are you waiting?
As soon as I know I have enough gas to make it to the end, I'm doing a 4-tire stop, and I'm stretching my legs the last run. That way, if I do get a caution, I've used the most that I could out of a set.
Yeah.
And I don't waste a set, because if you take too early, put yourself in that narrow spot of the fuel window, I don't know, but if you stretch out this set of tires as long as you can for the guys that took them at the end of the stage, you gotta make them work for as long as possible before you pit. But if I'm someone like Tyler Smith, as soon as I know I'm good to the end, I'm taking. So it's just that opposite strategy, because right now the tire of Tyler Smith is gone, and if he can get a little bit of an advantage before these guys can pit, that's going to be his ability to make up the track position.
Yep.
And we're coming into that window where we've got 36 to go. So if you're Tyler Smith, if you give it about a lap or 2, you pit, you're going to be way good to push that thing all the way through.
Yeah, and everybody else is 23 laps into this run. So if I'm someone that took 4 tires at the end of the stage, I'm going another, 10 laps here to try and get as most as I can. out of this set. You might have a couple that try to split it right down the middle, which, it isn't the worst call in the world. But then when you do that and then you get a caution under a cycle, it could hurt.
Oh yeah.
But if you're Michael Prince, he's stretching his legs out front. He's doing a good job. Just
Bailey
run
Brandon
it long.
is taking a shot. He's taking a shot at Tyler Smith right now.
Yeah, here we go, side by side.
Side by side, yep.
Exit at turn number 4. They're dooring each other. Start-finish line. Bailey Brandon going to try and slide up ahead of Tyler Smith in the middle of turn number 1 and 2, and he gets the move done.
And just like that, Terry is sideways. Caution should be coming out. Fallon and Terry.
Oh, no. And Terry used his fast repair at the stage break. Let's take a look back.
And Terry tonight.
Oh. I think I know what happened here. It looks like I saw Keith was losing time to Tyler Smith. I don't know if he just had a bad entry in the corner and then, Terry was doing everything he could to avoid him and then got into the wall. Because you see Keith down there by that dash line. That's actually where the apron is. That banking is flat underneath that dash line. So if you clip that, you're going to get sideways, and it's so hard to get that exit on the high side of this corner. You see Terry's doing everything he can to try and get the car cornered, get it to turn down the racetrack, and he still made contact with the wall, and it was enough to get him loose. Fallon was trying to give him space and stay low, but 2 cars in that close proximity off of turn number 2, it's really hard to avoid the contact at Darlington. It's a place that's difficult to make a pass. You want to do it on entry, not exit. And it's just the lady in black, she can bite back sometimes. And looks like Keith might have actually had 0 contact with the wall, so that's going to help him. But now it's time for the race off of pit road. This is the money stop. This is the one you got to make work.
Yeah.
And then
They should be good on gas, right?
And then we're going to bunch them up.
Yeah, they're going to gas here, take all 4, and go.
Michael Prince pitting from the lead into stall number 1. See that car get jacked up onto its side. You know he's taking tires. Tyler Smith back there. His car's getting jacked up. Terry Vincent. He's got a lot of damage on the right front. He missed his pit box. But Bailey Brandon, great pit stop. He's going to inherit the lead. Michael Prince second. Keith Fallon third. Daniel Miglin fourth. Tyler Smith fifth. Chris Mackey sixth. Austin Guerrero seventh. Brian Matthews eighth. And Terry Vincent and Steven Blevins, the lone 2 on pit
And I
road.
think we may have just seen another Hail Mary by Bailey. I think he, if I'm not mistaken, I think he may have just taken 2.
I was just going to go back and check it.
You don't.
Yep, he just took 2 and said, "Get me out in front."
That is not the move at Darlington. I can tell you that right now. It seems like a good idea to get track position, but you want 4 tires on that race car.
Oh, yeah, he did it.
Oh, man. So watch out for the 6 on this restart. He's going to get the jump, but 2 or 3 laps into this, everybody's going to be rocketing around Bucket Boy, similar to what we saw with Tyler Smith, as Jer pointed out.
Yeah, this is exciting, and I mean, if you're Bailey here, like let's say you get 10 good laps out of the rest of these tires with the 2 set, you still probably have another full set just hanging out. Yeah, everybody else is going to take them as well. Go on and get your 4, but now you're doing it from P1.
Looks
Well,
like
here-
Bailey is choosing the high side.
It's these guys get bottled up, bunched all back up together, and
Watch Daniel Miglin on this restart. If he can stay tucked in line behind Bailey Brandon, get a good run on the outside, and challenge Michael Prince for second, he could have a shot at taking down Brandon for the lead with those rights. Michael Prince is in a pretty big spot here to try and secure his win, but Daniel Miglin is in a good spot. 5th caution of the night. They're in the restart zone. Brandon's going to lead him. Green flag is out. Get ready to grip it, rip it, and sip it. We're going green. Daniel Miglin, terrible restart. Michael Prince doesn't fire off as well either. Prince is going to slide up to the outside. Teammates Miglin and Fallon are side by side. Tyler Smith right behind. They make their way off of turn number 2. Keith Fallon slow at the bottom. Tyler Smith is going to challenge him on the exit of turn 2. We'll see if he tags the wall. He doesn't. Tyler Smith, great run there. Keith Fallon now being challenged by Chris Mackey. They're making their way into turn number 3, and here we go. We are racing. Only 30 laps to go for Side Draft Racing League at the Lady in Black as Bailey Brannon. Just like last week at Bristol, he has got the lead again in stage number 3. Michael Prince behind in second, Daniel Miglin third, Tyler Smith fourth.
Oh, what a race. We are racing, boys.
If Bailey Brennan, the bucket boy, can pull this out again, dude, whoo,
Yeah,
that's
but
a
it
force
looks
to
like
be reckoned with.
Michael Prince is closing that gap pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's one thing to catch him, but it's another thing to pass him at Darlington. We've seen that a couple times tonight as guys have gotten side by side. If you're Bailey Brannon, you've got to keep that foot pinned to the floor. You've got to run this thing as aggressive as possible for 30 laps on rights. It's a really aggressive strategy call. I'm curious to see if he can make this work, but Michael Prince is quickly chipping away at the gap as the leader, is now less than half a second ahead. Daniel Miglin, though, could be in a position to strike when they battle side by side. He is not far off. Tyler Smith seems to be struggling on this restart. Didn't get one as good as he would have liked. Keith Fallon lost a few spots there, and now he's trying to challenge Tyler Smith. But if they're smart, they could stay in line, wait for those leaders to battle, and then they're going to bunch back up, and we could see some magic stuff like we saw early in this stage.
Oh, yeah.
Prince, though, tagged the wall off of turn number 2. That's going to stretch the gap back up again for Bailey Brannon. And now Daniel Miglin back there in third. If he challenges Prince for second, and they could help Bucket Boy extend his lead, it could be trouble for the both of them. Bucket Boy wants to see him battling behind as he is trying to stretch the gap as much as possible. 27 to go. The more he can keep the lead, the better his chances are, because as those guys' tires wear behind him, it's going to be easier for him
to get around him.
Yep. Michael Prince, you've got to go. This is the time, buddy. Bailey Brannon's trying to take this thing away from you. He could do it again. Could Bailey Brannon win 2 in a row and lock himself into the championship?
That would be some
I don't know.
daggum momentum there, buddy. Ali. That could spoil a lot of people's playoffs.
It's going to be a mountain to climb, though, for Brannon, as there's still over 25 laps to go in this
You
race.
got the purple people eater coming, brother.
Yes, you do.
Still
Prince
not that
is doing a
intimidator
great
machine.
job
Yeah, he
The
just
wheels
keep
coming.
closing that gap.
of turn number 3 and 4. And Brannon sees one thing right now in his rearview mirror, and that's the 31 getting bigger.
Yes, sir. Tyler Smith starting to work his way to the back of England as well, saying, hold on, boys. Let me catch on up here and get in this battle.
Prince is doing a really good job keeping that car down in turn 3 to get a good exit off of 4. Brannon tags the wall
there
off
it
of
is.
4. Here we go. They're heading towards turn number 1. Prince has closed the gap. He's on the back door of Bailey Brannon. He is knocking on the bucket saying, don't slip off, buddy. I'm here. Bailey
It's
Brannon
getting crazy.
really low off the exit of turn number 2. Prince gets another good exit. Let's see what happens as they make their way into turn number 3. You know Prince is going to be able to stick the bottom. Brannon slides up in the center of the corner. Prince is right there on his left rear quarter panel. Brannon slides down off the corner.
Oh,
He's going to
he
get
gets a little
loose.
loose.
Michael Prince, a little bit of contact, but it wasn't all his fault. And now Daniel Miglin is also going to get by Bailey Brannon. They're side by side
contact.
battling into turn number 1. Little bit of contact between the two of them as Michael Prince has inherited the lead. Daniel Miglin is now second. Here we go. The battle is on for the lead. It's Michael Prince and Daniel Miglin.
Oh,
Bailey Brannon's
Miglin,
tires are
hard.
problems. Miglin into the wall. Tyler Smith now cleaning up the crumbs. He's going to try and take away second. Brannon charging hard on the outside. He's going to get into the wall. And here we go. Miglin slow. Smith on the inside. And now Tyler Smith takes back second. Smith is back up there. He's got another shot at it. Chris Mackey, though, is behind Bailey Brannon and Daniel Miglin. They're battling. Chris Mackey, quiet tonight, had good, consistent speed. Miglin and Brannon ahead of him, though. Could be trouble for the 9. He's got to make the move. And he gets into the back of Bailey Brannon. Oh, no. He gets him loose.
Oh,
Mackey's
caution.
wrecking.
Mackey
Oh
keeps
my.
it off the wall. I was about to say, Chris Mackey was in an immaculate position right there, trying just that same position he was at Bristol, just staying clean, staying back there, watching this all go down. And I feel like he felt that it was his time to go. Miglin and Bailey were battling it out. Gloves were off.
I think what's tricky for Mackey is he didn't want to end up like Terry Vincent on the outside of Fallon, so he tried to get that low exit off the corner. Brandon didn't slide up. I think he anticipated that. He gave him a bit of a shove on the exit of turn 2, got him loose.
Yeah, I think he was going
And
for a
then
run right there.
cleans him out
Bailey got
the rest
loose.
of the way. And then he locks down the brakes. Brandon hard on the brakes. We'll see if Brandon hits the inside wall. He does. It's going to be a little bit of damage. Mackey, though, definitely going to need another set of tires as he is sideways all the way down the Boeing backstretch. But now if you've got an extra set, use them.
We put them on.
I
Smoke 'em if you
think
got 'em.
everybody should have an extra set.
Well, one man is deciding not to pit. He's not a playoff driver, and he wants a win. It's Austin Guerrero.
Oh,
Well,
baby.
If everybody comes out with brand new shoes and you're the only one out there on 20-lap tires, I don't think that's the right strategy to win this thing.
They're only 13 laps old.
Yeah, but we saw what happened to Tyler Smith with this almost exact amount of laps left versus.
That's true. But you're going to have to pass him. Bailey Brannon, another great pit stop. As you see Michael Prince and Tyler Smith side by side on the exit of pit road, and Tyler Smith got ahead of Michael Prince on the pit exit. Are you kidding me?
Oh, here we go, dude.
Did I see this correctly? Bailey only took not rights, lefts.
Wow. Big swing for the bucket boy here.
That may be the only set he has left.
No shot.
I see what you did there.
No shot.
Austin
He's got to have an
Guerrero
extra set.
is in the lead. Bailey Brannon, second. Tyler Smith, third. Brian Matthews scored fourth. Keith Fallon, fifth. Chris Mackey, sixth. Blevins, seventh. Prince, eighth. Did Prince have a problem getting off of pit road? I didn't see what happened.
I don't know. Let me go look. I will tell you.
I'm rewinding because I want to know what happened here.
Did he speed?
I think he did. I think Michael Prince sped. Because I don't see how he could have sped. He had like 10 feet to go from the number one stall. Don't know why. Michael Prince is
just
down there in the back of the pack. Interesting. Weird.
Huh.
Well, that puts
Oh, you know what? He may have sped going
early.
into pits.
Yeah, he could have sped into pit road to his stall. But the pace car is off, and Austin Guerrero out front for this restart. We'll see what the 45 Highline Toyota can do. Get ready to grip it, rip it, and sip it. We're green with under 20 to go. Guerrero, absolute mega restart.
Launch, baby. There could be a lot of people that, especially below that cut line, that could be rooting for Austin Guerrero right here, because that would make another driver into the round of the championship 4.
Well, don't forget who his teammate is. It's Tyler Smith. Bailey Brannon into the back of Guerrero. Gives him a huge shot. That's going to get Guerrero loose in 3. Gets him up into the wall. And now Tyler Smith has got to get around the Bucket Boy and his teammate who's out front. But Bucket Boy is not holding up for anybody. He's probably a little bit warm in the helmet after that contact with Chris Mackey. And he gets into the wall hard.
It makes you wonder
how
much those tires have left on them getting sideways like that. I mean, I know 2 of them are new, but the 2 rights, the ones that you're probably tearing up the most, are still old and, probably got some flat spots on them.
Well, boogity boogie, look at Austin Guerrero. He is still holding on to the lead. 16 laps to go. Brandon second, Smith third, Chris Mackey fourth. And Chris Mackey is starting to put a little bit of pressure here on Tyler Smith. A mistake out of Tyler Smith could be it. You see Michael Prince to the inside of Keith Fallon. Prince is trying to work his way through all of these cars. Brian Matthews up into the wall. That's going to help Michael Prince get around him. And now you've got Tyler Smith, Bailey Brannon, Chris Mackey, Michael Prince about to be the battle for second with 15 to go. Austin Guerrero trying to control this thing out front.
And I've noticed the later we get into this race, a lot more cognizant these drivers are of that wall coming out of turn 2. They've gotten a lot better on not collecting that thing.
Prince tagged the wall hard off of turn number 2.
All
He
right,
lost a little bit of time, and now Tyler Smith, he's on the outside of Bailey Brannon as they're making their way off turn number 4. They're going to be side by side at the line. Tyler Smith trying to get the move done on Bailey Brannon to try and run down his teammate, potentially for the lead. Brannon works up the racetrack.
Whoa.
He gets into the side of Tyler Smith. They're making contact, and Tyler Smith goes around. He's
There's
still
a
spinning.
caution.
He's wrecking hard. That moves Chris Mackey up to third, and oh no, Daniel Miglin. Hard hit into the side of Tyler Smith.
Oh. Bang, gumbos. Here we go. The playoff drama.
What?
Wow.
I think Bailey just older tires had nowhere to go but up.
I think, Brannon was trying to slide up towards Tyler Smith and didn't expect him to be as low as he was at that point in the corner. And Chris Mackey really did a good job to anticipate it as he got all the way down there by the apron. Michael Prince shoots low. Brian Matthews down there as well. Keith Fallon. But then we look at Daniel Miglin ripping the fence. He's checking up. And Tyler Smith, he couldn't anticipate where he was going to go. And then hard into that passenger door.
I do have the audio on. Miglin was not too happy with Tyler Smith on that one, on not just holding the brakes to stay up at the fence line.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I quote unquote a break would have been nice, but oh well.
Tyler Smith's car is junked. Daniel Miglin's car, his right front
Junked.
isn't even
Oh, yeah.
turning.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if he has a faster pair left, so Miglin is done.
Riding it out.
Yeah,
Which
with
could
that
be
early,
why
with those
he was
early
so
crashes,
emotional.
I don't think he does.
So Miglin's right front is pointing towards the wall. That is definitely going to take him out of contention if he's out of the faster pair. But Austin Guerrero, the strategy call to stay out there could be what decides it. Is when we go green, there's going to be less than 10 to go. Bucket Boy's going to start to his outside or inside, depending on where he chooses. And Chris Mackey third, Michael Prince fourth. Two cars that want wins.
I like Chris Mackey's spot right here.
Don't
He's
forget,
been,
who's right ahead of him, the guy that he cleaned out. The last caution, that's Bailey Brannon. He is not going to let the 9 by without a fight. I can tell you that right now.
yeah.
And I don't even think it was intentional by Mackey. It was just, if you think
I think
about
Mackey
it, though,
just had a good run and was going for the run, and I think
it was just the
Bailey
race
went down
brain
the block.
aspect, for Brannon here. He's not going to look at it nicely. I can tell you that. He's probably upset with the 9, and when you see that car behind you, I don't know what he's
Mackey
going to
here,
do.
you got to get.
Because
You have to get an absolute restart here with Guerrero and just
Brannon
let it go.
gave the bumper to Guerrero. in turn
Miglin stayed out with his car. He may have an advantage if we were at the Glen or maybe Road Atlanta, but with your front right wheel facing completely 45 degrees to the right, I don't see that being much of an advantage here.
Holy smokes.
No, sir.
They're rolling down the Boeing backstretch. We're going to be going green this time. Tyler Smith, he put fresh tires on it. He's got it fixed up with the faster pair, but there's so many cars between him and the leader. Back there in 9th. Don't know if it's going to be enough for the 23 of Tyler Smith. But we still got a few more laps to settle it for the first
Chris
race of the
Mackey.
round of 8 for Side Draft Racing League at Darlington.
Prince is trying to push Bailey. If you're Mackey, you got to get on Guerrero's bumper and stay there.
Rip it and sip it. We are green.
does it.
Brannon wiggles at the
does it.
restart.
We've got some
Austin
sideways
Guerrero a
cars.
little bit loose, but Chris Mackey, he's going to get the edge on Bailey Brannon as they're side by side into the corner. Brannon's up into
Bailey's
the wall.
in the wall.
Guerrero's loose. Bailey right at the back of Chris Mackey,
Here
but
comes
Chris
Mackey.
he's to the inside of Guerrero. Oh no, Bailey Brandon, Austin Guerrero contact. That makes him 3 wide. Michael Prince trying to get down to the inside of Bailey Brandon. He can't do it. Chris Mackey, he is the new race leader with 10 laps to go. He hasn't won a race all season, but now here comes the
purple people
31
eater.
of Michael Prince to try and spoil the party for Chris Mackey. Mackey's got to hold on for 18 more corners as you've got the 31 of Michael Prince, 6-race winner. Chris Mackey has been trying to get it done all season. I know he wants this thing bad to lock himself into the championship 4. It is on. With 9 laps to go at the Lady in Black, Michael Prince looks to his inside, turn number 3. He's going to try and get there, but Chris Mackey holds strong. He's got a good line. They're on the exit of 4. Here we go. 8 laps to go for the number 9 at the stripe. Michael Prince is on the hunt.
And what a freaking Cinderella story if Mackey can pull this one off, man. Talk about somebody that has just been pointing his way and consistent all year. A win right now would
Prince
be...
tags the wall. Prince tags the wall. Here comes Bailey Brandon getting a huge push from Austin Guerrero down the backstretch. Michael Prince is losing time to Chris Mackey. Mackey is doing everything he can to run his best laps of the night. He is flying out front right now, stretching the gap to over half a second to Michael Prince. You can see they're side by side for the 3rd spot. It's Austin Guerrero and Keith Fallon. Fallon's ripping the outside, trying to get up there. Oh, I don't know if he's going to get the move done. Tyler Smith is stuck in all the traffic. Chris Mackey, he's seeing the gap growing behind him. 0.7 of a second to Michael Prince. Prince has got to find a little bit more speed as Brennan's ripping the fence, and he is in the fence with 7 laps to go on the exit of turn number 4. They are battling hard.
Brian Matthews, Keith Fallon, Tyler Smith, pile up back there.
Green. They're still green. They're rolling. Chris Mackey has got to hold on. It's 6 more laps, buddy. Do your best. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Keep going.
Just no cautions.
He's got a second now to Michael Prince. Chris Mackey can finally start to breathe a little bit. The pressure is off for now.
I know.
He's just got to
I would
maintain
not
the
be-
gap.
I would be
But
not
Bailey
breathing.
Brandon and
I'm
Austin Guerrero. Brandon is sideways on the exit of turn number 4. He's going to keep it rolling. There's still no caution. Chris Mackey, 5 laps
Chris
to
Mackey
go.
is not breathing. There's no way Chris Mackey is breathing. He is trying to do the world record of
Execute.
how long can you hold your breath.
Execute
He just
every
wants to see one
turn
thing
right now.
Right now, and it's a white flag. But Michael Prince is starting to work at the gap. It was a second, and now it's just about 0.7 of a second. Prince is giving it everything he's got to try and stop Chris Mackey, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. 4 laps to go for the Chop House Restorations number 9 Chevrolet of Chris Mackey. He's roping it high into turn number 1 and 2. Mackey's giving it everything that he's got.
Yeah, and
Keep those exits clean. Keep them exits clean.
Nice and easy for Chris Mackey. You know you cannot make a single mistake, otherwise Michael Prince will strike. 3 laps to go this time by. But look there in the back of the field, Keith Fallon, side by side with Bucket Boy. Bucket Boy's lost a little bit of ground in all this traffic, and now Keith is trying to get the move done. Tyler Smith, he's battling Brian Matthews for 4th. He's going to get that move done and try and work his way forward to his teammate Austin Guerrero. Best spot we've seen him this late in the race all season. Guerrero is sitting 3rd. He'd be ecstatic with a podium with how his season is gone. This time by, it's going to be 2 laps to go for Chris Mackey.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This is spiced up, fellas. This is spiced up.
Michael Prince is being raced hard now by Austin Guerrero. Guerrero tags the wall. He gets into the side of Prince. 2 laps to go as they work their way down the Boeing backstretch. But Chris Mackey, he's seeing them battling behind. He knows the gap is over 3 seconds. He's going to be smiling because here we go. This time by, it's going to be the white flag. It is in the air for Chris Mackey. He's got a huge lead over everybody else, and he's going to be smiling. 4 more corners for the number 9 Chop House Restoration Chevrolet. It's been a hard-fought season. Multiple second-place finishes, but now at Darlington in the round of 8, Chris Mackey, the number 9 Chop House Restoration Chevrolet, the man that sponsored all the races. He's been here for the league. He's been our buddy. He's been so excited to get the interviews, and finally, he's going to be a Side Draft Racing League
Chris
race
Mackey,
winner.
dude.
Wow.
Chris Mackey gets it done at the Lady in Black.
Let's go. can't broadcast curse him anymore, dude. Let's go, Chris Mackey. What a finish, boys. What a finish.
And
Chris Mackey out of freaking nowhere, dude. Love it.
And another example of just hanging around, in that front pack, roughly P5 to P7 the whole race. And man, when he saw that opportunity, he took it and he ran with it.
Ooh, buddy.
Burn it down, Chris. Burn it down.
Burn
Congratulations,
it
bump
down,
there from
dude.
the 28. Here we go.
Oh, let's go.
Give us the smoke.
He has been waiting for this all season.
Oh, there it is.
He's gotten close a few times. Let's go, Chris Mackey. Woo! Locked himself in.
I think he's gonna blow that
board.
thing up, dude.
He's gonna blow it up. Blow it up, dude.
Oh, I would. Make sure nothing is left of that engine. You know what? Put the transmission in the passenger seat while you're at it. What are we doing?
Put it in the wall, burn her down, Chris. Look at him going up the front stretch. Oh, let's go. Oh, nice. Austin
Don't count him
Guerrero.
out. He's in the championship 4. Wow.
Oh.
Great finish
Oh
from
my
Austin
goodness.
Guerrero, his best of the season. Chris Mackey, his first win. He's going to be pumped.
Oh, he is
Still
gonna be
revved it up.
ecstatic.
Well, the first man we've got to talk to, it's Michael Prince. Chris Mackey is still doing burnouts out there.
Yeah, all right, let's get Michael Prince up here. He's waiting on this interview.
Yes, he is.
Michael, it's Jared, Andy, and Bubba in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Hey, man, well, good race out there. We saw you win a stage. We couldn't find you in the interview booth coming out of stage 2, or we would have got you in there. And, getting second out of that in terms of playoff drivers, pretty good. I knew that you were coming into this with just trying to point yourself. Walk us through what happened there towards the end.
Really just trying to stay alive. I don't know how I got hit for speeding on pit road, but I did. So I was just trying to stay out of trouble and hope for a caution and save my stuff, and that's kind of what happened. So everything I want to say it went to plan, but the goal is always to win. But congrats to Chris. It just didn't work out that way.
Bubba, what you got?
Dude, starting lap down, came up, worked your way back stage 1, stage 2, won the stage. Just long stage 3, got a little gloves off there. Watching 7 of the 8 of you guys battle it out at the front there at the beginning of stage 3 was absolutely exciting.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, we know you're looking forward to Darlington. Wasn't quite the result you got, but you're still gonna be fast. And I think you're still gonna
Also, a shit ton of points going into.
Yeah, dude. I think.
point leading.
Yep, you'll be all right because I think you're a points leader right now. So keep getting them stage points, get you another dub, and cement that thing, dude. Cement it.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Andy, what you got?
I mean, you faced a lot out there tonight. I mean, track position was really tough to come by. When you got it, you were fast. You were trying to do your best to control it out front. But, man, oh, man, I know it was a tough battle and you finished third, but it was exciting up here, and you did a pretty good job. And I know you got the points, and that's what you got to focus on. I know you talked about that yesterday. Is you just needed points, and starting back there, and working your way up to third still isn't bad. You got a lot of points.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that was the goal. So, like I said, congrats to Chris. I know he's been looking for that win, and he finally got it. So happy for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
When he needed it most. Do you have any words for Austin Guerrero kind of keeping you out of the contention for that number 1 spot there towards those last, 10 laps or so?
No, it's just racing. It's all good.
All right.
We all just trying to share the track.
Yeah. Well, good stage 2 win, good third spot. I'm pretty sure with the stage win and you hitting, top 3 altogether on the other 2 stages, that should put you in first in this week's for points anyways, and I think you're already ahead of everybody by a fair margin. So even if you don't end up winning the next 2 races, you will still probably end up, if you just keep doing you're definitely going to end up in that champion 4.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
the goal. That's the goal.
Yes, sir.
All right, Michael. Well, we're going to get you out of here. We got to talk to Austin Guerrero for the first time this season.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
sir.
All right, let's get Austin Guerrero up here. Austin, it's Andy, Bubba, and myself in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
What
good
up?
job on P2. All of the playoff drivers kept asking, we need more people out here. We need people even if you're not in the playoffs. And you said, well, hell, I'll show up in P2, everybody. What's going on right now?
Yeah, it was a fun race, man. I wish I would have had a better restart and gave Mackie something to fight for more. But congrats to Chris, and yeah, it was a fun race.
Yeah, man. Talk us through that strategy, dude. There's stage 3. I know you had a little different strategy than everybody else, and it looked like it was going to pay off there to that
Yeah, I
restart.
mean, I had enough gas and I had no tires left, so I was like, "What's the point of pitting?" I
Yeah.
just stayed out, taking took first place, and wherever it went, it went.
Heck yeah. Well, you look good tonight, dude. Like I said, hung around, stayed fast, and took advantage of the track position. And the timing almost worked out for you. And that would have been wild, dude. You were through a wild card in that playoff race.
I
Got
was
another driver
trying.
in. Got another driver in points, and that'd been crazy. That'd
Yeah,
been
trust
crazy.
me, I was fighting, but
Yeah.
my restart dang near spun out. But
Yeah.
it is
Yeah,
what
I
it is.
saw that
I'll take second place.
you and Tyler both got a little loose there on the restart, and I was like, uh-oh, this is not good.
Yeah, I was fighting the wheel so hard it was crazy.
Andy,
This
what
is
you
a
got?
technical track.
I mean, I don't got much. You definitely fought out there tonight. You tried to make it work late in the race with a little bit of a strategy call, and like you said, that restart almost could have been a little bit better, and you could have held off the 9 or given him a bit of a battle. But I mean, still to get to second is pretty good at what I would have to say is the toughest track of the season. So nothing to be
Yeah,
ashamed of. Great job, buddy.
for sure.
Yep.
Hey,
Thank you, guys.
did any of your teammates at least give you any praise, and be like, what a hell of a finish or anything like that? I mean, I feel like they should, hype you up a little bit after that win or after that second place.
I mean, Tyler did a little bit, but he likes to sabotage me, so I don't expect much from him.
All right. Well, all right. Thanks, Austin.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Hey, congrats, dude.
All right. Next up on our interview, we have the winner. D number 9 finally breaks the podcasting curse.
Let's go,
None other
dude.
than Chop House Restorations, Chris Mackey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Finally broke.
Finally, dude.
At the right
What a
time.
freaking time to all of a sudden decide, you know what, we're going to break the curse. We're going to put ourselves. Do you just practice Charlotte for the next 3 weeks? What are we doing here?
I mean, I'll definitely be turning some extra laps there, but we're gonna go practice Talladega and Homestead as well, and try to keep the momentum rolling. Because it seems like when you let off the gas for a couple weeks, it can kind of bite you at the end of the year. So just gonna
Yes,
keep
sir.
doing what we've been doing all year long, just trying to stay consistent, stay out of trouble, and finally had some good luck go our way. I think out of everyone in the league, I think I've had probably the worst luck, and a lot of it is self issues and things that I caused, but I've had some terrible luck, and finally got some good luck tonight. So I'll take it. I will take the win how I can get it, man.
Heck yeah.
Yep. So
Well, I think I called it there right before the Bailey Brennan contact there. I think you were looking. Daniel Miguel and Bailey Brennan were bumping back and forth. You were behind him. I was like, Chris Mackey's in a good spot right here. And then you went for the run. And I think Bailey went down in to kind of block you. And that's what caused the contact. But then after that, the next restart, I was like, Chris Mackey is looking good. I was like, he's just hanging out right there, staying clean, doing exactly what he did at Bristol. I was like, here we go. I was like, if he can stay on Guerrero on that restart, and sure enough, you did, brother. Oh, dude, I'm pumped for you. I'm fucking pumped for
I
you.
appreciate it, man. I know you've picked me. I mean, a ton of races this year, and I've let you down. So I'm glad I could finally. And that
Heck
man, that was a
yeah.
hell of a restart there at the end. I don't know. I almost lost it
Oh,
off the
dude.
2 when I was
Yeah.
trying to clear. It was close, but I do want to take a minute, man. Look, I didn't have the fastest car tonight. There was a couple guys that had me covered, and they had some unfortunate luck, and I hate that for them. So I'm not. I won't sit up here and beat my chest and say, oh yeah, I won this race off of speed or anything. But all year long, kind of what I've been doing, just sticking around, staying out of trouble, running 90% of the race, and then at the end
Yeah.
of it, trying to kind of come alive. It finally paid off. So,
Sure.
hell of a way to do it. And honestly, everyone who knows me, I was going into this. I hate this track. I hate Darlington. I hate it so much. I was dreading tonight. I was telling everybody, I was like, just let me get through tonight. When the final stage started, I was just like, okay, I just need Bailey not to win. And I've kind of held even with all the guys right there around me on points through the night. And I
Yep.
can go to Talladega fresh. But
Heck
now we don't
yeah.
have to worry. Now I can push somebody else in.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you could either push somebody else in, or you could just let her eat, just wide open. Just go on and try some new fun stuff while you're out there at Dega.
Definitely. Hey, Talladega, I'm looking for Daytona and Atlanta redemption because I feel like both of those races I kind of had. That's probably my 2 best races this year, and kind of let them slip away. So hopefully, maybe Dega we can cap another one off.
Hey, keep that momentum going, dude. There ain't no better time to have momentum than right now, and just keep her going, brother.
Andy,
Yeah.
what you got?
So I just want to know what was going through your mind. You got the lead on the restart. How close were you watching the relative? And then at what point did you finally just relax?
If you did.
Honestly, man, with the way my luck has been, I didn't relax until we crossed the checkered flag. I know when I take the white flag, it's kind of sealed away. But with my luck, I was like, all right, don't spin it, don't loop it out of the corner. I did not relax until the checkered flag. And on that restart, man, it was just try to get away because I knew Prince was the row behind me, and Prince was really fast all night, and I was just trying to get away and kind of maintain a gap, and I was willing. I love Prince, but I was willing to air block the best I could if he did get close to me. So glad it didn't come to that, and we could have a nice clean finish, and yeah, just glad it finally paid off, man.
Heck
So
yeah.
we were counting the seconds to see if you were going to break the world record for holding your breath the longest on those last 9 laps. Do you think that you may have possibly breathed, or do we need to call Guinness and see if we may actually, have a record here?
So Tyler's dad broke me of that. I was probably holding my breath, and then Tyler's dad, I think he mic'd up, and he didn't do anything wrong, but he mic'd up, and I heard the broadcast in his background, and I heard you guys say my name, and I had to breathe in because I was like, please turn it off. But so I probably needed to breathe. It was probably good that he did come across the mic with that. So.
Well, it'll be a fun broadcast for you to watch back. We had a blast doing it. It was one of our more exciting races we've done in recent history, and watching you be one of these drivers that are consistently fast and consistently in the top 5, but just haven't been able to get over that hump. Rather that be wrecks or unfortunate situations where somebody in front of you wrecks and you get collected. So it's good to see the Chop House Restoration car come all the way back full circle and take one when you need it most. My last question for you before we get you out of here. We noticed you had a new paint scheme. Are you ever going back to the old one, or are you going to stick with this one until throughout the playoffs?
No, I'll probably go back to the old one. The old one's been in the shop a few weeks. We had some decals had to get changed on it, so we'll break her out of the shop, and I probably will save that car for championship. We'll definitely do something special with that car for the championship round, and I don't know. All season long, man, we've switched around the paint schemes, and we've kind of continued the same luck and finishes. So not gonna stick to one car, but this one will definitely have a special place in the garage.
Well, I mean, if you won with this paint scheme, I think you definitely need to pull it out for Charlotte. I think that's a must.
We'll definitely we'll figure something out with it. We're gonna have a little homage to Tyler and side draft and stuff on the car for the championship. So I've already kind of thought about that. I want to say this too. Thank you to, I think we had 13 that came out. Thank you to every other driver inside draft that did come out tonight. I was pleading all day for people to come race, and it wasn't even really, I didn't think I had a chance of winning or anything like that. I just Tyler and Ryan and David and you guys, I mean, we all owe it to you to show up and race and give our best. Tyler has put on an amazing league, and thank you to the guys that came out. And I'm sure we'll have a few more turn up for Talladega now that we're done with the hard tracks. So that'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
Everybody loves
Well-
a good Talladega race.
Oh yeah.
Well, Mackie, that's going to be it for us. Good job on the win. Excited to see what we get next week. Looks like some other people are getting antsy or whatever, but we're not going to continue the broadcast and humor them. They had their opportunity to talk, or if they wanted to talk, they could have won the damn race.
Right.
So,
Right. Well,
yep.
thank
All
you
right.
guys so much.
Yep. Take it easy, Chris.
Later, Chris.
Man, oh man, that is gonna do it
Boys.
for Andy and the boys after a absolute thriller at Darlington. What did we just watch? Holy
Shoot, buddy.
smokes.
It was crazy.
That was exciting. That was a lot of fun.
That was exciting. It's round of 8, dude. It's getting closer and closer to that championship 4, and it's the intensity and the heat is turning up, dude.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. Chris Mackey,
Yeah,
the
but look.
first driver to punch his ticket. Whew.
First one of the season.
Championship
What a
4.
way to do it.
And next week it could be anybody.
Oh,
Anybody. It's Talladega next week on Monday night. We hope everybody tunes in here at B.A.C. Casting and Drafting for the battle as the drivers are going to be rolling down the Alabama gang super stretch to try and lock somebody else into the championship 4. Or you never know, Chris Mackey can go 2 in a row now that he's got the momentum.
does have some good momentum, dude.
Let's do it. I'm excited. I think we had a hell of a broadcast tonight, and we're going to keep that momentum going as well because I think Dega's going to be just as crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Vegas.
Whew. Well, I think this is it for Andy and the boys. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate having everybody. Good racing out there on track tonight. So we'll be back in the action next week at Talladega. Andy and the boys signing off.
See ya.
Bye.
And before we get going, we always have to leave you all with one good old commercial from Juicy Spider Graphics.
Racing. We're in the game.
Thank you.